And a very good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mayday, your TGC Tours Major Championship Design Challenge Coordinator and official streamer as we get set. The field of 23 is set, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty as far as our playthroughs in this contest. We've already played 19 of the contenders in this championship. We've got 4 more to play. Going to be doing that over the next week here, and then leaving it up to the judges to decide who is going to host TGC Tours United States Open. That's going to be the deliberation up to the judges over the next month or so as we count down to announcing a winner live on Twitch coming up on May the 19th. So now we're into the courses that published on deadline day, April the 15th. The first of those was Hoophole River Club, the Tour Edition. This is by Ryan McConnell, one of certainly the up-and-coming designers in this game. He's certainly brought it in his last couple of contests course, broke through. He was the winner of our Rookie Design Challenge back in late October, and followed that up with a very solid course in the World Cup of Design as well. Just kind of got unlucky that his group included, if memory serves, he was paired with a finalist and a semi-finalist in that bracket. So it was a tough draw for him, but a very fine course indeed from Ryan McConnell. So looking forward to playing Hoophole River Club. Again, all of these courses have been streamed on pretty much a first published, first play basis. I'm taking these on virtually sight unseen with the round 1 conditions as specified by the designer for the Major Championship contest purpose. These playthroughs meant to be pretty casual, but every once in a while, I can't help myself. I will point out things, good, bad, and different from my eye, just kind of off-the-cuff, knee-jerk reactions. My opinions are mine and mine alone. They do not necessarily reflect those of TGC Tours Administration or the judging panel. Just my playthroughs and observations. More than happy to get with you offline to discuss that more if you're a designer. But as always, make your mama proud. Speaking of the designer, Ryan McConnell in the house. We got the chat going on the right-hand side. Ryan, feel free to chime in. Chat, feel free to ask him any questions. Everybody, good, bad, and different. We've got the chat running on the right-hand side of your screen. Chime in and make this thing go. We'll, of course, put all of these playthroughs up on demand on my YouTube channel and also on the TGC Tours forum. So with that, let's get underway over at the Hoophole River Club. Fast and firm on day 1 with medium winds from the southwest. Just a programming update, guys, as we let this first hole flyover come up and play through. This will be my only playthrough for tonight. I will be calling it a night and heading to bed following the Diamond Cutters, which comes on after this over on Tanaka Khan's channel. The schedule right now looks like I will be able to do 2 playthroughs for you coming up on Friday, so that would be Prometheus Cove and Osei Country Club. To be determined on the final one, the Gladiator by Cullen. Chance we may do that Saturday night, but that's not set in stone. I got to see what my schedule looks like and before making a final call on that. But anyway, yeah, we open up with I guess what you could call in this contest a medium length par 4, but about 460 yards. Currently playing is the 5th most difficult hole on the front 9. Bunkering really defining the strategy here, especially for this back hole location. I could really see it's kind of basically it's following the road hole template here right off the gate. I mean, because obviously your aggressive plays to try to clear the waste bunker here on the right, try to land right in this area, because that's going to set up the best angle in, where you don't have to take on these bunkers. Hey, golfer dude Matt's in the house. What's shaking? You even got the runoff back right that kind of simulates the road at the 17th of St. Andrews. So a little different twist on it with the big kickboard back here that could potentially be used to your favor, again, if you gain that angle down the right-hand side. If you hit it left, it could be hard to stop a ball. So at least from first blush, looks to be a pretty nice take on the road hole. And Brian Petty's in the house. Alrighty, and we're off. Maybe a little safe. Not going to be the greatest angle in, but we're right down the middle. And actually, it helps that we're going to come in with a relatively lofted club here, just a wedge. That might neuter the strategy a little bit on this hole. Whereas if you were coming in, this play a little tougher if you were coming in with, say, an 8 or a 7 iron, but definitely love how those greenside bunkers kind of grab the attention, and you definitely can't miss them, and that's the point, because that is really the focal point of the strategy of this entire hole. That should be okay. Stop there. I know. Next thing you know, HB's going to nerf our drivers or something. And a good evening, Pithy. We're on the board right away. I like it. Kind of interesting what he's done here. The retaining wall on... Before I hit the shot, I kind of want to get a closer look at what he's done here on the tee box. These retaining walls. Put some stairways up there, kind of a pathway. I know if I were judging, I wouldn't knock too hard on this. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, the degree of difficulty is about a 9.8 on something like this, especially try to tie it into a bunker. And especially because, I mean, it's never going to be in play, so. I think aesthetically, well, you can't really see it, so I can see why he probably didn't plant much in here. I mean, aesthetically, this feels just a little barren. But again, the actual tee shot itself, you're never really going to see that area. All right, as for the shot itself, got a little bull if you can hit a great shot. But it is going to take a great shot to do it. Yeah, I could definitely see that. And you definitely got a big back to front slope. You got hill here. Kind of a take on the straight there. Could see this kickboard really setting up a fun pin position back right. Yeah, good call, Dan. No power fades allowed on this hole. Me, I'm just going to try to hit a baby draw to hold this wind. Try to hold it in that little funnel area right there. That mini little punch bowl. Yep, fasted it. Well, that will create a long putt. Yeah, it's not easy, Vlad. Retaining walls, especially with how this game so uneloquently handles a vertical drop, it's the struggle is real when it comes to getting retaining walls to look right. And Ryan would know, he's planted a retaining wall or two in his day. Alright, so it's showing slightly downhill. 172s. I will take that putt from where I was at. Yeah, you're right, Dan. Alright, so with this wind, I don't know if I'm getting home. Flip this wind around and you might be able to clear this, but it also creates a little bit of a conundrum, because yeah, you could clear the hazard, but I almost think to give it a go, this is where you want to be, to open up the angle and not have to take on as much of that front left bunker. That's a good call. That is a really good call, Dan. Some Grovey 31 vibes, and I agree. And I tell you, and I've talked to him before about trying to get into some of these things. I think Grovey'd do really well in these contests, but he doesn't really feel like it's his thing. Just kind of wants to go off, do his own thing, and have fun and not have the pressure of a contest, which is certainly fine and understandable. That being said, I still think he'd do really well. Yeah, we're not getting home. So, paradox of choice here. Where do we want to lay up? Ooh, pin check. We got the yellows. So tough pin position. Almost set up to play this hole as a three-shotter, which, well, we do have to today. So, somehow, I'm going to want to try to get myself into about 90 yards from the green. I think that's going to be about my target distance. if I come in from the right, and I was thinking that too, but I don't really have that much more room to work with. And also, I bring this false edge more into play. Whereas if I'm coming in from the left, if I underclub just slightly, I'm just going to hit this ridge, take a kick forward, and I should still be okay. I mean, I think there'd definitely be some pins, say especially if you had it tucked up the front, right in here in this left-hand corner. Definitely coming in from the right side would be your best angle of attack. In this instance, I like coming in from the left better. I could go long, but I'm trying to lay myself back where I've got a full club in, though, too. And I've done that pretty well. 7, come 11, 106. Oh, trust me, Pithy. I mean, the danger of going long is very real here. But I don't think it was mitigated that much by going right. That was maybe a little more aggressive than I needed to be, but yeah, I think in the grand scheme of things, I get what he's trying to do. This pin probably should have been moved about one box toward the front of the green. I'm very happy that I was coming in from an uphill angle. Downhill, that would have really made me clinch some things. I believe it's just firm for this one. Why, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I've been lazy. I haven't gotten around to change them. I flipped them Sunday in honor of Tiger, and then I just haven't flipped them around yet. So I'm lazy. I'll own it. Yeah. Kind of a Redan sort of riff here to this green. Kind of lets you bomb away here. It takes a little bit of needing to be to the right side angle away, because even if I come left, I've got such a big kickboard here to this pin that I can just use this to funnel down. And I may need that kickboard after very fasting this. Hello. Well, got away with it. I thought for sure I was going to beach that. That did not deserve to stay in the fairway, if I'm being perfectly honest. as weird as it sounds, I think this is another hole that might have been able to benefit from about maybe 10 to 15 yards more of length. Really helped me use that ground game. Well, I think Ryan has seen me play and knows I need all the help I could possibly get. Oh, is that going to... No, that can't stay up there. Here it comes. Okay, so I could have got a little more aggressive with it, but I mean, that kind of... I mean, it illustrates the point. I did not hit a very good tee shot, but, you know, that was a very, very forgiving hole location. Because I didn't have a good angle at all, but I didn't need to play a direct line. I could go way out to the right there and use the slope to throw it in. That's almost a dead straight putt. Haven't really said much about it, but really enjoy the waist area bunkers here. I really appreciate the amount of time it takes to plan them. Going back to that last green, I agree with that, Pithy. And I think that, again, that's part of the reason why I think I almost wouldn't have minded seeing that hole be about 10, 15 yards longer. So you're coming in with a little longer club. Once again, kind of... I really appreciate that Ryan's making me think not just vertically here. You know, okay, driver, or do I play safe? Or, I mean, to be fair, on a hole like this, you're probably going to have to hit driver. But really making me think, where do I want to place this? Safest line off the tee. Probably the worst angle in. Moderate risk here. Better angle. High risk here. Best angle. So, I mean, and I think that's the point. I mean, a fairway doesn't have to be 20 yards wide to be challenging. I mean, you've got ample room here. I mean, it narrows where it needs to narrow. But I mean, it really makes the golfer think off the tee. On a nitpick, I would have almost either raised this back edge up a little or lowered this front edge of this waist bunker just to make it pop a little more. Hey, Curtis. All right, I'm going to take the trouble out of play. And I think I might have almost popped this bunker up a little bit more, too. Because it definitely gets lost in the view from the tee. I mean, it kind of gets hidden back there. What's my take on the huge waist bunkers and then the little bunker in the fairway? Actually, I mean, I think in this instance, I mean, like I said, I think if I could have seen that bunker, this little bunker right in front of me, better from the tee, I think that contrast would have really worked well. And again, kind of really define the strategy of the hole. And the sight lines were close here, but I just thought they were a little off. So he's given me a little bailout area in front of this bunker. Never mind the stock shapish green. Well, I'm down. Okay, that's pretty flat there, so... I think being a little long here might almost be my play. I might almost want to see that front left bunker a little more from the landing area. Not that it's bad, but I think a little more depth there would add a little more drama. Actually, I don't mind fasting that, I don't believe. As long as it stays up on this shelf. Pillux. Alrighty, take her easy, Dan. Way uphill coming up here. It's just kind of a guess, hit, and hope. Not left myself in a good way here. Oh, I appreciate that, Dan. It's just me BSing a little bit, is all it is, really. No, that is still going to run. Okay, we escaped. That's a hole you feel good about escaping with par. Drivable par 4 with trouble right. Somewhat interesting. Definitely doing some protecting up on the greens here with the way this is sculpted. I definitely got 4 distinct areas up here, right in here, this back shelf down here. And the cunning thing, at least about these left pin areas, is I'm kind of being asked to hit a run and draw here. Take on a lot of the water, hit a running draw, and kind of scoot it up here. You flip it around, you get down to this front back right hole location. Now you're talking power fade, and now you're bringing the water into play on the landing if you overcook it a little bit. So, nice, interesting green complex that gives you multiple ways to play this hole. Hey, Cass is in the house. And at least not planting houses. Just a baby fast. That should be good. That should be all right. Get a little right. There we go. I could have done without the fast there, but hey, we're putting for eagle. Interesting that it's going to come back the other way right at the end here. So where do I want to play this? Okay, right about there. Let's go with it. Nice planting on the back side of that lake. I did see that. He's enjoying our version of dominoes much better than what they get across the pond, so... Now, Ryan, was this... I heard some talk on the boards that there was a 5 that was supposed to be a 4. Was this the one? And obviously it's playing as the easiest hole on the front 9, but... Definitely seems like it should be... Seems like it has the feel of a par 4. Okay. Yeah, chalk that one up the... Yeah, I'll chalk that... I don't know if it necessarily is on this hole, though. I mean, I get it. I mean, we're all going to shoot the same score regardless. But, I mean, psychologically, I mean, now you've kind of set up where 6 and 7 feel like a real big breather part of the course. Or you're thinking, I mean, you're kind of thinking as a player, all right, this is a chance for me to pick up a couple of strokes here. Maybe 3 if I'm really on my game, going from a drivable par 4 to a really reachable short par 5. Whereas I think there might have been nicer balance with coming off of that short par 4 with a really long one. Question is, how do I want to bring this one in? I think everything is dictating that I hit a draw here. The wind, my lie. I mean, I think in a perfect world, if you were coming in hot, you'd want to hit a cut into here, try to use this slope and work it back down, but I think I've got everything asking me to hit a draw here, so I am just going to take what the course has given me. Especially on a par 5. But you know, if he turns around and sells that sand for $25,000 on eBay, hey, he's still cleared $5,000. get in there. Oh. Absolute crap putting line, but man, I thought I had that. Long par 4 here, or par 3, excuse me, here. And again, I think the wind is helping me out a little bit here. Because if I could just work a cut up into this little knob here. That might be too much. Too much. And now I've left myself in some trouble. Because now that slope that was going to help me off the tee shot becomes my biggest obstacle here for this second. Ooh, that stopped quicker than I thought. Even on full loft. That was set up by a poor tee shot. Not that I can putt worth a damn, but poor tee shot set that one up. Another really short, but I don't know if necessarily drivable par 4 here. See, my problem is I hang around with TK and Scob too much, so I can't putt to save my life. This green almost... It's almost kind of like a mirror of the 5th of Augusta, no? The hidden bunker beyond the green. False front that's been nerfed somewhat. So again, you can't drive this. Maybe if the wind were the other way around and the pin were in a different location, you might think about giving it a go. But now all you're thinking about is where do you want to lay up? And that looks like a fine spot to me. Fast, we should be okay with that wind helping out. Should leave me a full wedge in, I would think. Oh, yeah. Actually, Probably more like a $1.03. So I'm like right in between clubs. Especially coming in from this angle, I mean, they're subtle, but I like how the mounding around the green kind of helps frame the complex. What up, Scob? That should be pretty good. Alrighty, so note to self: I won't go into TK rage mode while your kids are in the tub, Ryan. Oh, come on, Rob. This course isn't based in Utah. No, actually, it would be water long, Scob. That's long. There are bushes on the left for you, though. I'll let you check them out now because I'm not going to hit them here, unlike you. Just a little bit of a principal's nose right here. And again, kind of defines the strategy, but interesting that if you just try to flight this, I think you run a pretty good risk. The way this fairway cants off here, the camber, you kind of run the risk of running down there. So I think this booby bunkers. Curtis, you need to get your mind out of the gutter. That's a principal's nose. Besides, don't you think they're a little lopsided? Ooh, now can I think I can draw this around. I really think this T-ball calls for a draw. Oh boy, not that much of a draw. Just for you, Scob. Just for you. Actually, I blame I blame Ryan on that one. Because I was about to quip, good God, don't, the last thing we need is, Kess thinking about bunkers that are phallic. Hitting out a pine straw. Okay. Right in the bunker. But it didn't plug. All things considered, that's not a bad area to leave it. A little more stressful than it needed to be, but we got our par. So we've come up on what I'm assuming has to be Hoophole River. Otherwise, this course is inaptly named. Peninsular style green here. Me? Here to that. Here. Oh, Brian, I think you're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Oh, I almost see a little Alps in this. And almost kind of an indie green, maybe a little bit. Not quite a total riff on them, but enough to draw some familiarity. If I were to nitpick, I would either smooth these edges out or carry that contouring further into the fairway. It looks a little forced. I mean, I like that this is pitched up and you can see it from the tee, but I mean, I think I might have carried it out a little further. I don't really think it's a cape. Just because, I mean, the drive's pretty much straightforward. I mean, it's not really a bite off as much as you can dare to chew. Yeah, I would think it's more kind of an Alps or 11. Of course, there would be some alliteration there if he put 11 on 11. Whoa. Don't know where that one came from. That is back-to-back very fast out of the blue. I like that Ryan's given us plenty of room here. Very forgiving. I appreciate that. But here's the rub about going this far left. Though I'm safe, I've got a significantly more narrow landing area. And I don't know if... Yeah, I'm like right smack between clubs. Because the danger here, if I get this 2 hybrid wrong, this bank's steep enough where I could just kick and go straight back in, even though it's a heavy rough texture. But the 2 wood, I mean, I could really easily go deep on the other end. So I think my play's out here with just a little bit of draw, and if I get it wrong, I'm down in this chipping area, which, of course, I could lay up 2. But oh, that's gotta go. Hang up. Whew. That could have been disaster. I mean, I know why you didn't because of how you got the light rough tied in here. But I think you could have shaved this bank down the light rough, and I'm not sure if anybody would have batted an eye. Again, I'm thankful that you didn't, but you could have. No, they saved it. Just ask McCord. They saved the wax for Augusta. Yeah, like I said, I know why you didn't, Ryan, and I can appreciate that. Potentially drivable green, but it's a tee shot that if you don't get it wrong, while you're not going to bring a big number into play, you're definitely going to probably cost yourself a chance at birdie. Majority of the guys in the U.S. Open would go for this, especially because the safe plays... probably about right there. And where you have that pin tucked, I mean, it's pretty challenging even with a wedge in hand. So I think on this pin, at least for me, the play is to try to gain a half stroke here off the tee and try to drive it into that little neck. It just drifted a little bit on me. Okay. That's all right. I don't care. You got to remember, I play weekly with Scob, so I'm used to things going off the rail. Well, you got to remember, Vlad, this isn't my day job, but it is my night job occasionally. Not my first experience with a microphone. Though most everybody wishes it would be my last. And almost... I wonder... We got any trees buried around here that felt a touch stuttery? I mean, nothing that's going to affect gameplay, but it just felt a touch stuttery coming in. On ye olde PS4. Oh, Jeremy. Ooh, I thought I missed that. Oh, I thought I missed that. I do a little on the side, Rob. I'm a sports writer at a local rural paper. up here, but I also, on the side, I do a little play-by-play for the high school sports team. So, handicap, I think, Curtis, is a little kind of maybe misleading at this point, just because the course doesn't have that many plays yet. So I think those numbers could skew a little bit. All right, because I don't have... Yeah, we're a 3-day a week. Our circulation, though, is maybe, I wouldn't say quite a tenth of that, but maybe an eighth of that. I think my play here is if I'm a little long, I'm just putting back uphill and taking a 2-putt. So I think that's the strategy on this hole. Long is never wrong. At least that's what my wife likes to tell me. Yeah, I mean, there was no real getting close to that pin, so... I mean, I think you just had to take your 25-footer here and see what happens. I did not hit it. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, Kess. And just for the reason that I may design a hole that I think's hard, but actually ends up playing rather easy, or vice versa. I mean, you just never really know how it's actually going to play until you get into the hands of the playing public. Is this like... Come on, is this a double Barrett's? Shut up. That's a double Barrett's. Huh. Interesting on a long par 4, but I kind of get a kick out of that. Of course, wind helping out here, really taking a lot of yardage off this hole. I like it. Okay, wind's only helping me at 5. But if I go about 3 yards long, I'm going to be down in the swale. Whereas I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've probably got, let's just say our carry number is safely 53 to get over the first swale. So I'm almost thinking that de-lofting a 9 here is going to be my better play. Because I'd rather be just slightly short than too long and down in that swale. Designers hate them. Boost your index with this simple trick. You know what that sounds to me, Brian? That's what that sounds like to me. See what I did there? Alright. Alright, regroup here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 53 is the number I'm working on here. Pushing it a little right didn't help me, but I'll be okay. Just some subtle break in this one. Still not the simplest putt to read. Like the houses and the villages in the back. Nice little touch. Come on, turn, turn! Okay, really? Really? You know, it's at some point you think gravity's got to do something there. Yeah, how dare you designers keep making these very good courses? Oh my gosh, really? Don't you got nothing better to do than to make really good courses? Said with complete jest and sarcasm. This could be a really, really fun hole location. Alright, I'm taking the 16 at Augusta route. That's a fun pin. That is just... that's a really fun hole location. Now, there's some spots on that green that will be straight up hell, but that was a fun hole location. Put out the old Flustercluck course. Almost feels like coming in from the right, though, albeit a slightly longer way to play this hole. Almost feels like the better angle for this pin. Robin, I know you were talking about a few, back of the front nine about the waist areas kind of being juxtaposed against those smaller, more sculpted bunkers. I mean, here's an example where I think it pops and works really well. Because your eye's drawn to the waist area down the right side there, and it immediately comes back to those two central bunkers in the fairway, which really dictate the strategy of the hole. So, just the way my eye naturally flows looking at this hole from tee out, I think that's done really well. A Charlie Foxtrot followed by a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Trying to noodle here. Because I think I would have liked to have seen this stream better from the, Now I'm going to do a little flying around here. Yeah, I think I would have almost down sculpted this area up in here. Just a little bit. I'd have brought this down. Like from the corner of this bunker to the stream. Because the sight line kind of gets blocked a little bit here. You lose the stream, you lose the back framing bunkers. I mean, argument to be had. I mean, if I got it a little further up, say if I hit it into here. But I mean, this is about 20 yards further at least. So I think I might have changed the way this section was sculpted and brought that down just to bring out this sight line a little more at the green. Oh, punch driver. That ain't... No. Yeah, I think... I'm going to have to get all of this, but I think this 6-iron's the right club. Well, especially when we put the power fade on it. Oops. Not coming up short now. Let's see, where do I want to get this putt online? I figure if I get it right up over this... That's what he said. He's just getting warmed up, too. I mean, because we got diamond cutters coming up in 20. That ain't turning. Wow, that really didn't turn. I thought that knob was going to throw it a lot harder to the left than it did. Alright, so I gotta go birdie to catch this Larkin character. Oh, so he's done multi-layer water here. And from ground level, I mean, it's not that bad. Just does look a little jarring from this angle, though. Getting another look at the river here. Nice long view. And it just feels like a technical thing that could have been cleaned up. Craggy border, mega bunker on the right. I'm assuming that was from the tee, Jason. I will go back and take a look. That's personal preference, and that's been that way throughout this course. He's mixed kind of natural waste area kind of bunkers with kind of more clean, polished bunkers up in the play areas. So, so let's see here. What is it to this hump? 52, 51, 50, 49, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 43 to the hump. So I'm almost thinking if I can just land it over that ridge, I can let it funnel down. That would be the theory, at least. Instead of being caught in the half club here. Yep, that worked. That worked. Leaves an uphill putt. Ooh, rolled all the way off. Wow. That actually might have been the riskier shot. I mean, because I could have always tried to taken something off of an 8, especially coming back into the wind. But, oh, for whatever reason, putting a little extra on a 9 just felt better to me. Great pin. It's a perfect pin. All right. Need the birdie to last. Let's get this guy. And you've given me a par 5. Now this is more of a Cape style tee shot here, where Ryan's asking me, how much do I dare bite off here off the tee? Get real aggressive, try to really cut this angle. Do I play safely with a much longer second shot in? Or do I try to break his course? Sorry, bud, I think I'm going to try to break your course. Thank you. And the big reason I did it is all based on this pin. I could have came in from the other way too. But I like me this backstop right here, and especially if I can come in with a little draw, kind of get it up in this neck right here, and let it work its way back down. Programming update, we're going to be a few minutes late for diamond cutters. TK texting that he's got the painter there patching the ceiling, undoubtedly from his last web meltdown. So be sure to bring that up when we go live with diamond cutters. Lord knows I will. Yeah, I'm thinking draw it right into that backboard. Oh my God, really? Look out! Oh! I hit her in an unsavory spot. I have no clue. I have no clue what that was. Tell Scob I found another bush. That's alright, we only needed to make 4. Well, to be honest, Kess, I'm used to that. And now I get a very slow. Okay. Just the way I want my tempo going into diamond cutters. Alright, so this putt's to share the win. Pressure is on. Boom. So there you have it. A tidy round of 63. A very nice, solid course indeed, Ryan. I thought there might have been there was maybe a little white space in the out of play areas that could have used a little planting or sculpting, and maybe just a couple of different tweaks to sight lines here and there. But yeah, very nice course. We'll definitely see how it does. But it should be right in the conversation. So that is, well, TK's now getting itchy. He's invited me to the party, but so I'm thinking we will actually go right at 8 o'clock with the diamond cutters, TK, Scob, and myself. And I will be back. Just give me a second here, and I will pull up the schedule for you. We'll be back on Friday night with a couple more playthroughs here. I haven't listed as times to be determined, but I think we're probably gonna go start at 7:30 Friday night. We'll do Prometheus Cove by Warhawk and Osei Country Club by Stay Puft 39, and then we'll have one more stream left to do after that. Gladiator by Call Island. Time to be determined on that. Tentatively, I have it slated for next Wednesday. We may push that up to Saturday. I'm not completely sure yet, but yeah, so that is what's going to be the plan. All right, coming up in about 8 minutes' time, it's going to be the Diamond Cutters with TK Scob and myself. He's not watching my Twitch, but let's see if we can rate him anyway. Nope. Oh, so just pop on over in about 8 to 10 minutes time, and we'll have the Diamond Cutters for you coming up over on Tanaka's channel. Actually, I can pop that over. Give me a sec here. There we go. Let's do that. Maybe. Oh, that's why I'm not on a Mac. Duh. That explains it. There we go. So, join us in a few minutes. Great course, Ryan. We'll put the VOD up later on tonight, but looking forward to see how this does in the contest. And at least for the next couple of minutes, this is Mayday signing off. I'll be back with you with more playthroughs Friday night, and back with you for the Diamond Cutters in about 7 minutes' time. See you then, everybody.